Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So finally we got some more information now. Man, the new update's almost here. Everybody's hyped for the buffs, but information is far and thin in between. And it's coming out slowly. But anyways, we have the Mole Man and Terrax buff, well, value changes. Mole Man and Terrax both are getting the smallest buff version. The one that Puncher 2099 got basically no new abilities at large, just value changes. But value changes can make a huge difference, and I believe they will make a very significant difference for both of the characters. So first of all, let's look at the Mole Man. Heavy monster mass charges goes from 1 to 4, which is a huge change, because previously it took absolutely forever to build up all of that monster mass to go in frenzy and to deal all of your burst of damage. And this effectively has entirely changed the way the character functions, because previously your entire mission was to build up to 15 charges, enter monster mass, and then deal as much damage as you could, and then you exit the monster mass, and then you start it all over again. Now this change, plus the frenzy duration increase from 1.2 seconds to 2 seconds per charge, just means the fact that he's going to be able to be in monster mass the entire time. That's it. Once you get up and once you enter your frenzy, you're going to be able to maintain your frenzy throughout the entire fight. No synergies, no extra things needed, and that is a huge difference for the character and the total sum damage that he outputs, let alone the rest of the damage increase stats. Now we also have bleed on crit is a bit higher. Bleed duration has been reduced though, and we have increased total monster mass from 15 to 20, which is also fair enough, because remember, you can enter monster mass you can enter frenzy manually by getting hit on a block, which is a relatively straightforward thing to do. But now you have higher total that you can get to, so that's cool. Also, true accuracy now lasts still 10 monster mass, and this might actually be possibly the hidden gem in all of these value changes, because previously you only maintained true accuracy up until 5 monster mass. Means you always had to choose in between your true accuracy, which is a very useful buff, or your damage. And that sucks, because there are champions who easily do both. Let's look no further than Corvus. Corvus has a true strike and can have good damage. He doesn't have to choose in between them. Right, now the fact that you can have this true accuracy till 10 monster mass, combined with the increased frenzy duration, combined with the fact that you can gain 4 monster mass charges from your heavy attack, basically means that you can spend the entire fight from 1 to 9, let's say. And that means you can have a good amount of damage now, and you can benefit from true accuracy. And that is a huge change, where he can actually now function as a good away champion counter, for instance, because he has it active from very start of the fight, and you can make sure that you finish fight with true accuracy active. So I definitely really like that ability in particular. And there's another change to Special 2 has increased damage, which is fair enough. Ultimately, I do think this will make a meaningful change to Mole Man. And it's quite possible that I'm going to end up taking this guy to rank 3, perhaps. I do have a Mole Man, unfortunately. Well, previously I thought fortunately, but might turn out unfortunately he's not duped. But nonetheless, he might have a role on defense, thanks to Protect Global. And he might actually be a viable offensive option now in a class that desperately does need help. Also, I will be referencing Cam in particular from Podcast of Champions, who is probably the most trustworthy voice coming out of CCP, in my personal opinion. Definitely the guy whose opinion I take to heart the most, and he has recently started uploading more and more YouTube videos. And he has already uploaded a short video of Terrax and Moleman gameplay, and we're going to check out a few bits of that video later on. So we're going to see some Moleman and Terrax gameplay as well. But once more, huge shout out to Cam. I'm going to leave a link to that video at full in the video description. Definitely go ahead, give him a sub and check it out. Very great guy, and does amazing work on his Podcast of Champions and in CCP. Right, let's move on to Terrax now. We have armor break potency has been changed from 4% to 20%, so that's 5 times stronger armor breaks. You can stack them up to 10, so previously max armor breaks meant like 40%, and it really is nothing, especially when you check out some of the other champions that have access to armor breaks. Now the total amount of armor broken that you can inflict on an opponent is going to be 200%. And that will definitely be a noticeable difference to his damage output, in addition to the fact that his armor breaks now have nearly double duration and also nearly double chance to inflict them whilst your rock field's active. So that means armor breaks will do more, last longer, and will be quicker to ramp up, and you can refresh them with the 4th light hit. And previously, if I recall correctly, they fell off if you chose to use level 2 because level 2 animation was too long, but ultimately those armor breaks will actually mean something right now, and that will make a meaningful change, I think, to the champion. Also, heavy during rockfield bonus damage gone up from 120 to 170. I believe rank 5 5-star guaranteed heavy crit was like 35k. We're gonna check that out in a video in a bit. We also have special 3 armor break goes from 30 to 40%, but I don't think that's too significant because nobody really is going to use special 3 with Terrax. Ideally, you want to drop those level 2s. And now you're also kind of able to, well, spam level 2s back to back thanks to that power gain buff, and then you can cancel the rock field with your heavy attack and re-enter it with a level 2, and yeah, it's quite interesting. And now we also have heavy power drains 50% of bar power now, right now. So let's jump to Cam's video here. First up, we have Mallman. You can see that heavy attacks are guaranteed like 10k crit plus bleed, which is not the most insane amount, but it's still quite decent there. But once he drops that level 2, you can see some very significant damage. Again, 4k, 2.6k, those are not the biggest crits in the world, but the fact that you can maintain that damage rate throughout the entire fight is quite crazy. And that level 2 also dealt quite decent amount of damage for sure. He's not gonna be the hardest hitting champion in skill class or in the game, but the fact that you have that guaranteed access plus the rest of his utilities, and once again you can remain in frenzy now for the entire fight, I think does mean quite a bit. So I definitely look forward to playing around with Mallman myself. But now we're gonna move off to Terrax, and we're gonna check out this vision fight. I guess fair enough, let's check it out in full. So Terrax is a bit ramped in this video, and you can see that he's running Suicide Masteries, but that is only a rank 5 5-star. Again, I will leave a link to this video in the video description below, but we can see that that definitely has been quite significant improvement to the damage output of this guy. Ultimately, well, I'm gonna say it at the end what I think which champion will be better, which one is gonna be more useful. But I think at the very least, now finally it's a time when, if you're gonna pull Mallman and Terrax, if you haven't already, you're not gonna have too much of a reason to be upset, really. You can see that massive power gain when you take like a hit on a block as well, thanks to those indestructible charges. Now you have 10 armor breaks on the opponent. You can see 42k heavy attack. That was a very juicy heavy attack. You had more than enough time to refresh those armor breaks. Obviously, keep in mind there is class advantage in this fight. Terrax is Cosmic, Vision is Tech, so that's 20% attack increase there. Let's see, level 2 had 16k crit, 7k non-crit, 35k. So that was like 60k damage of level 2 alone. Plus that enables you to get that power gain buff. And yeah, he's, I believe, gonna drop 34k heavy attack here, but he still has that power gain active, and he can immediately just drop another level 2, and that is pretty much it for that fight. So there will be some very interesting rotations with Terrax, where basically you can drop level 2, drop a combo to refresh armor breaks, drop a heavy attack, and drop another level 2, and you basically can pretty much infinitely spam those level 2s. Overall, I do think that Mallman is the champion who realistically is gonna have more uses, because Mallman, even in his crap state, already had some use. You never looked forward to using Mallman, but due to shock immunity, due to access to true accuracy, due to ability to shrug up debuffs, some other things, he already had some relatively decent use. So I think that from at least these two champions that we can compare now, I think Moleman's going to be more practical, more useful rank up that is actually going to be able to benefit you and progress your capabilities. Keep in mind he's extra large, so he can and will be good for variant 2, for instance, and I'm sure he's going to be able to be used in other pieces of content. He would have some use probably in, let's say, AQ, possibly AW, definitely on AW defense, but that's where Terrax will go as well. I think Terrax is gonna be a bit Carnage-like champion. Now, without a doubt, Terrax has more utility than Carnage, but I think ultimately less damage than Carnage. But either way, I think he's gonna be kind of like an aggro champion for some cool time in the contest. I don't think that there is anything that Terrax does or will do that other champions don't do better, or yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. I think Moleman's kit does certain things as good as any other best option, and he combines fairly unique things. So I think there will be use for him, even if you have like wide roster. When it comes to Terrax, don't quite feel the same way. I think he's gonna be cool. I think he's gonna be very well, relatively strong, but I don't think he's gonna be like top offensive option for many things, because he doesn't have that angle where he can approach a fight better than anybody else or as good as some of the best options. But we'll see whether I'm right or wrong. Either way, I definitely look forward to playing with both of those guys. I have an unduped 5-star Terrax at rank 3, so I might actually end up doing something about that. And when it comes to Moleman, I have a 6-star rank 1 Moleman, and I'll probably do something about that one though, once the buffs actually do go live. All that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely go check out Cam's YouTube channel, and yeah, show him some love. All that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the